So, third degree price discrimination is possible whenever the monopolist is selling its product in two distinct markets, at least two distinct markets. So these markets must be geographically distinct. So we are studying the conditions of successful third degree price discrimination. Number two, there should be no flow of good or information between these two markets. Number three, very crucial point, that the price elasticities or price elasticity of demand should differ from market to market. And the fourth condition is that no chance of resale of the product. So if these four conditions are fulfilled, monopolist can use price discrimination as a strategy to maximize its profit. So let us consider that total production of monopolist is Q, and Q equals to Q1 plus Q2. And second property is that del Q by del Q1 equals to del Q by del Q2 equals to 1. The meaning of this is that this implies that if you want to increase the production in market 1, you have to do it by increasing the total production. Similarly, if you want to increase the production in market 2, you have to increase the total production by the same amount. Now, what is the objective of the monopolist? Objective of the monopolist is to maximize profit. So here we have to remember that the entire commodity is produced in one farm and it is sold in two markets. So profit will be the function of revenue in market 1 plus revenue in market 2 minus total cost of production. So profit function can be written as R1, which is a function of output sold in market 1. Revenue in second market is the function of output sold in market 2, and cost is the function of total output produced. So this is the objective function of the monopolist. So monopolist has to maximize profit with respect to Q1 and Q2. So what is the first order condition? The first order condition requires the first order derivatives will be equal to 0. So let us differentiate equation 1 with respect to Q1 and Q2 individually. So first order derivative 0 integrates. In here, if we differentiate revenue in market 2 with respect to output sold in market 1, the value will be 0. And minus, we can write so here del Q by del Q1 equals to 0. So we can write first from here we get del R1 by del Q1 minus del C by del Q equals to 0, or marginal revenue in market 1 will be exactly equal to the marginal cost of the monopolist. So this equation we name it 1A. Now in the second market, so del pi by del Q2 always it will be also equal to 0. That indicates del R2 by del Q2 minus del C by del Q into del Q by del Q2 equals to 0. So whenever we differentiate the revenue in market 1 with respect to output sold in market 2, it will be 0 because the quantity sold in market 1 has no impact on the revenue in market 2 and vice versa. So here we can write here, similarly, we have already got del Q by del Q2 equals to 1. That implies del Q2 minus del C del Q equals to 0. Or marginal revenue will be in market 2 will be equal to marginal cost. So this is 1B. So by combining 1A and 1B we can write MR1 equals to MR2 equals to marginal cost. So this is the first order condition of maximizing profit in third degree price discrimination. Now let us show it graphically with the help of a diagram. How the monopolist is charging different price in different markets. So here we will consider 3 diagrams. So let us consider the demand curve in market 1, demand curve in market 2, and so this is we will show in market 1, in market 2, and this is the entire market combined demand curve. In vertical axis, we will measure price, revenue, and cost. In horizontal axis, in diagram segment 1, we show the output sold in market 1. In segment 2, we show the output sold in market 2. And that the total output sold. From the diagram we can see that in market 1 price elasticity of demand is low and in market 2 price elasticity of demand is high. So in two different markets price elasticity of demand is different. So how to draw the entire combined demand curve and marginal revenue curve? These 2 points will be same at the same distance. And so vertical intercept of the combined demand curve will start from the equal vertical intercept of demand curve in market 1 and up to price OB the market demand curve will be parallel to the demand curve in market 1. And after that, it will be parallel to the demand curve in market 2. This is the combined demand curve. And similarly, up to this point level, the combined marginal revenue curve will be parallel to MR1, and below that it will be parallel to MR2. Now, let us draw the marginal cost curve. So this is the marginal cost curve, and the first order condition is fulfilled at point E. So equilibrium level of marginal revenue will be represented by the value OC1, and so equilibrium in second market point will be E2, and equilibrium in first market it will be E1. So equilibrium level of output in market 2 is OQ2V. Equilibrium level of output in market 1 is OQ1E. So E1 indicates MR1 is exactly equal to marginal cost. E2 indicates MR2 is exactly equal to the marginal cost. So OC1 everywhere. So this is the demand curve. Monopolist wants to sell OQ1E output in market 1. So he knows the demand function. So accordingly, monopolist will charge the price P1 in market 1, OP1 of the price in market 1. And in similar way, monopolist will charge price OP2 in market 2. Now, what is the total quantity produced? Total quantity produced is OQV. If we sum up the difference distance OQ1E and OQ2E, the sum will be exactly equal to OQ1E, OQ2E, the sum will be exactly equal to OQE. Now here we show that the same commodity, it is sold at price OP1 per unit in market 1 and OP2 per unit at market 2. So in market 1, the price is high, price elasticity of demand is low, monopolist charges higher price, and in market 2, price elasticity of demand is low, price elasticity of demand is high, that's why monopolist charges lower price. So now we will prove that monopolist will charge lower price in the market when price elasticity of demand is relatively higher. So now start from the equilibrium condition once more. So we know that marginal revenue, the relationship between price, marginal revenue and price elasticity of demand. So MR1 equals to P1 into 1 minus U1 and MR1 equals to P1 into 1 minus 1 by U1 and MR2 equals to P2 into 1 minus 1 divided by P2. So from condition 1C we can write that Q1 into 1 minus 1 by U1 equals to P2 into 1 minus 1 by E2. So P1 by P2 equals to 1 minus 1 by E2 divided by 1 minus 1 by U1. So we have already assumed that E2 is greater than E1. So if E2 is greater than E1, that means 1 by E1 is greater than 1 by E2. So similarly 1 minus 1 by E1 will be less than 1 minus 1 by E2. So 1 minus 1 by E2 is greater than 1 minus 1 by E1. So we can write P1 by P2 is greater than 1 or P1 is greater than P2. So in this market what we have seen, the price elasticity of demand in market 2 is greater, price elasticity of demand in market 1 is less. So in market 1 monopolist charges higher price and in market 2 monopolist charges lower price. So this is how discriminating monopolist charges to different price into different markets when price elasticity of demand are different.